Good evening, Moose Country, and welcome to tonight's game between the Charlottetown Islanders and your Halifax Mooseheads. Attention Moose fans, the Scotiabank Center lights will be turned off at the 7-minute mark. Please take your seats and get ready for the game. The Quebec Major Junior Hockey League and the Halifax Mooseheads wish to remind all spectators that it is strictly forbidden to throw any objects onto the ice or in the direction of the players and game officials. Anyone who is caught throwing objects onto the ice or acting in an inappropriate manner will be automatically evicted from the Scotiabank Center without warning. Your usual cooperation in this matter is appreciated. Scotiabank Center is committed to keeping you safe. As a reminder, please actively wear your mask at all times, except when you're eating or drinking. Thank you. Please take note of the following changes to tonight's rosters. Not dressed for the Charlottetown Islanders. Number 18, Matt McQuaid. And number 28, Matisse Ouellette. For your Halifax Mooseheads, not dressed, number 9, Attilio Biasca. Number 16, James Swan. And number 42, Zach Jones.
welcome to the Scotiabank Moose Minute with puck drop coming up between the Charlottetown Islanders and your Halifax Mooseheads. This is a rematch of last night's game that saw the Isles win it 4-1 and looked good in doing so. They held the Mooseheads to only 7 shots in the final 40 minutes and showed why they are ranked 7th in the CHL Top 10. Rookie Mathis Rousseau did a fine job in his QMJHL debut despite the loss, making 26 saves and keeping the game close, but Charlottetown was just too much in the end. The Islanders will throw a bit of the kitchen sink at you with offensive talent, solid defense, physicality, and most importantly, from bottom to top, the entire lineup works hard. Those are some of the traits that Mooseheads head coach Sylvain Favreau has started to implement with his young team, and there has been a noticeable difference on the ice already this season. Favreau's lineup got a major boost last night with the return of Elliot Desnoyers, who reclaimed his spot as the top line center and scored the lone goal for the Herd after a great pass by Jordan Dumais. We'll see another welcome addition here tonight with Nashville Predators first-rounder Zach Leroux making his season debut, which gives the Mooseheads 2 big weapons on offense. It is time to sit back and enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. For the Scotiabank Moose Minute, I'm Scott McIntosh. Who reclaimed his spot as the top line center and scored the lone goal for the Herd after a great pass by Jordan Dumais. We'll see another welcome addition here tonight with Nashville Predators first-rounder Zach Leroux making his season debut, which gives the Mooseheads 2 big weapons on offense. It is time to sit back and enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. For the Scotiabank Moose Minute, I'm Scott McIntosh. Who reclaimed his spot as the top line center and scored the lone goal for the Herd after a great pass by Jordan Dumais. We'll see another welcome addition here tonight with Nashville Predators first-rounder Zach Leroux making his season debut, which gives the Mooseheads 2 big weapons on offense. It is time to sit back and enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. For the Scotiabank Moose Minute, I'm Scott McIntosh. Who reclaimed his spot as the top line center and scored the lone goal for the Herd after a great pass by Jordan Dumais. We'll see another welcome addition here tonight with
O'Shea has got his first as a Moosehead. What a moment for him.
And it's been so long, so the mystery gone. And it's been so long, oh the mystery.
And it's underneath him is what an opportunity. His finishing rips home his second of the season. It's loose in front, they score. That's you got a horrible. Knock it past the
And it's been so long, so the mystery gone. And it's been so long, oh the mystery.
Hey, Moose Country! Let's hear it for the Beast of the East, your Halifax Mooseheads! Hey, Moose Country! Let's hear it for the Beast of the East, your Halifax Moose! for tonight's East Lake starting lineup. In goal, number 33, Brady James. On defense, number 5, Brady Schultz. And number 17, Cam Wynot. The forwards, number 11, Jordan Dume. Number 66, Zach Lou. And number 91, Elliot Desnoyers. Representing you, the fans, and the Halifax Hawks chapter of the Tim Hortons Timbits, our 7th player, number 9, Max Yu. We ask that you now please rise if you're able to.
Fans, you know him as the voice in Moose Country. Tonight, we celebrate announcer Ian Robinson's 1,000th game behind the microphone, and a few special people wanted to send along their congratulations.
To Ian, just want to say thank you and congratulations on reaching 1,000 games. Hearing your voice is one of the many things that made Moose Country rock.
I think you definitely heard you announcing my name more often for a penalty than for a goal or an assist. But you know, there was few feelings that were better than cracking that starting lineup in Halifax on a Saturday night with a huge crowd and hearing you announce our names for the starting lineup. One of the best feelings in the world. And just wanted to say congrats on 1,000 games, and Moose Country would be more than lucky to have you for another 1,000. Congrats and cheers.
Huge shout out to Ian Robinson. 1,000 games, incredible honor. I just wanted to say that I consider it an honor that you were the one announcing my name, cheering the crowd. What an accomplishment. Congratulations once again. I'll see you at the Moose games. Go Moose, go.
Hey Dad, congratulations on working your 1,000th game. Lots of great memories growing up and going to the rinks with you. You've really established yourself as the voice of Moose Country. I love you. I hope you enjoy the night, and here's to 1,000 more.
Hello, Moose Country. I'm Roxanne, aka The Bride. Congratulations, Ian. We are so proud of you, and we love you. Congrats.
You're simply the best.
Moose Country, please welcome Roxanne Robinson, who will now present Ian with a token of our appreciation for his dedication and loyalty to the Mooseheads organization.
Guess I got to do a play-by-play down here, huh? All right, so what do we have here? This is my son Drake and my wife Roxanne. And look, we got a watch, so I might show up on time. Thank you. My very own bobblehead, how about that? A remarkable resemblance, I think, here, huh? Thank you. And for show and tell, what is it, a glass microphone. Ian Robinson, 1,000 Mooseheads games, wow. Quick speech, thank you to the Mooseheads. September 20th, 1997, I began this run. 1,000 games later, thank you to everybody for being with me along the way, to Bobby Smith, Cam Russell, Mooseheads organization, but most of all, thank you to you, the fans, for making it happen each and every night, being behind me every goal, and thank you to my family. Go Moose, go!
Ian Robinson, everybody, give it up one more time. Come on. Ian, I'll announce myself on your behalf.
Oh, that's right, I'm back on the clock. We ask that you now please rise if you're able to. Remove your headwear and join the Mooseheads' own Peter Bayless for the singing of our national anthem.
Thank you, Ian. Such a pleasure. Sing along with me, please. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Katanga se porter la paix, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Go, Moose, go!
So Brady James back between the pipes here tonight for the Mooseheads. He gets the nod in goal for Halifax. Comes into this game 1-0-1 on the regular season. Played both games last weekend, opening weekend against the Cape Breton Eagles. 914 save percentage, 240 goals against average for Brady James. And as we mentioned, down at the other end of the rink, it's Jacob Gooby. Gets the nod for Charlottetown. 2-0 on the year, 926 save percentage, and 2.00, two even goals against average. Coming into this matchup here tonight, the Islanders trying to remain perfect. The Mooseheads trying to the first blemish on that season record for Charlottetown. Elliot Denoyer out to start things off up front. He's got Zach LaRue over there in his left wing and Jordan Dumais on the right side. And Logan, this trio, they were pretty good, especially in the early going of last year. First couple months, they spent a lot of time together, and boy, they got the chemistry going pretty quick.
Yeah, this line has great chemistry. They looked fantastic last year. I can only imagine what they're going to put forth this year. And I tell you, Jordan Dumais, that's one player, Gareth. He is going to turn into something else in a couple years in this league.
Looking forward to see what he's got as he pokes this one down into the Islanders' corner. He'll head after it as Trudeau tries to angle him off. Kieran Gallant coming away with the puck now for the Charlottetown Islanders as he dishes off for Plantowski. It's knocked off his stick by Wynot. Shot there on net. Now a chance at the side of the net. As jamming away is Gallant. James down, but somehow he's able to keep that one out as the Islanders trying to go to work early here, just 31 seconds into this first period.
You know what I like what Jim Halton does a lot, Gareth? He starts his third line. He does that all the time. And you know what he says to the other team? He says, you know what? I'm not going to play to you. You play to me. He throws out his third line, set the tone and the pace hard and early, and we just saw a good scoring chance by them right off the hop.
Marcus Vidicek comes out to take this face-off, lining up there against Jakub Brabenich, and off the draw, Brabenich back there behind the net gets tripped up with Stephen Davis. Dylan McKinnon trying to fish that puck loose, and Davis able to shovel it up ahead. It's gloved down there by Bobby Orr, and Mooseheads will bounce it out as it rolls past Jacob Gooby's crease, and that will go the length of the ice. So an icing charge here to the Mooseheads. 50 seconds into period number one. The Islanders with 2 shots on goal in the early going to this one. Mooseheads still looking for their first.
Do you ever get tired of saying Bobby Orr's name?
Never get tired of saying Bobby Orr's name. Absolutely not. What a treat. And boy, was he fun to watch last year as well. So looking forward to see what he has in store here for an encore this season. Big offseason for him, drafted by the Carolina Hurricanes. Puck knocked up ahead for Santa Peters, roughed up by Cormier as he dumps that down into the Islanders' end. Brabenich back after it there, knocked it over toward the corner for Cormier. He'll spin off his check and steer it up the left wing side. McKinnon finds it. He'll get a shot off for the Mooseheads right on net. And Jacob Gooby steering it away as it's cleared out by the Isles. Davis over there for the rookie, Dylan McKinnon, 5th overall pick In the last Q draft, Cormier will punch it in down the left wing side. Knocked away from him. Beauregard reaching for it, and that'll be cleared out by Cataford. And Crosby takes a bump there as the Mooseheads will work it down into the Islanders' end. Cormier quickly playing it up by Simoneau. Bumps it toward the middle for LeBlanc. He'll return it to him, but he does so offside of the Mooseheads line. So another break in the action here. 18:40 to go in a scoreless opening period.
Yeah, right now, Gareth, both teams want to get every line on the ice. Get everyone out there, get a quick shift, get the feet moving. Everyone get a good touch of the puck. That way they can get settled in and start to roll with it. You're seeing both teams just rolling the lines right now, trying to get that feel for the game.
Elliot Desnoyers, big season last year, 49 points for the Mooseheads in just 37 games. Out to take that draw. Mooseheads play that one in, but the Islanders again quickly working it out. LaFrance will knock it off LeBlanc's stick of the Mooseheads blue line. Simoneau on it here, and the former Drummondville Voltigeur dumping that one out as Brady James came out to play it. Now blows a tire down around his crease and gets a little bit of help as Zach LaRue knocks it away. And that could have been costly early on for the Moose. As LaFrance will, or rather Furlong poking that one up the boards. And now LaFrance giving chase after it, throwing his weight around as he played a little bump there on Aguilera. Off the end wall, Desnoyers. LaFrance battling for the Mooseheads. Desnoyers in there to help out. He gets pinned up along the boards by Simoneau. And now little outlet feed intended for Furlong. He reached for it, couldn't get to it in time, and Aguilera plays it back down into the Halifax end.
Full yard sale change by both teams here, and like I said, I like the pace of this game. Both teams are moving here, trying to get something going. The game's got a great feel to it so far.
Myron able to direct that one down toward the corner. Beauregard quickly back to the point. There's his shot off Schultz' stick, and that was blocked on the way through. Trudeau quickly working it up ahead. That was poked at by Horth, and now that'll be dumped in by Archibald. Why not around the boards? Gauthier there to try to pick it up. Rolled away from him. Trudeau holds the line. Gauthier trying to work it out, and again gets a little bit of help. Or rather, it was Trudeau getting some help at the blue line from Horth, and now the Moose able to get the red line, and they'll dump it in deep. Kieran Gallant, he's on it for the Islanders. He's speedy. Sends it out to neutralize, and Vidicek will try to bump it off the boards back in. Just whacks this in deep. Peters hustles after it. He'll send it back to the line for Tessier, a shot, and that is easily gloved by Gooby, who grabs a hold of it and hangs on to it with 16:23 to go in this opening period.
Charlottetown Islanders have some absolutely fantastic D on that team. All six of them play hard, play tight in the D zone. And what Halifax has to do right now, they're not doing it so far. They got to get traffic to the net. They have a couple shots on net coming from the blue line. That's good. Great start. You need the traffic in front of Jacob Gooby. If Jacob Gooby can see the puck, he's going to make the save. Get in front so he can't see it.
And right off the faceoff, Santa Peters getting a shot off. That was blocked. Kieran Gallant trying to work this one out. Vidicek poking at it. Ben Boyd will find it, gets over center ice, dumps it in. Tessier will get after it, knock it around the boards. Puck loose. And Tessier able to bank it off the wall to himself, and he's off down the left wing side for Peters. A chance and a good stick. Great defensive play by Noah Lowen reaching in, but the Moose right back on it. A shot and a big save by Gooby as he slides over to keep that one out. Some great passing from the Mooseheads. Now the puck banked back toward that left point, but Tessier was hustling off to try to get a fresh defenseman on the ice in the form of Cam Wynot. Now Wynot, as it's stripped away from him, Elliott will speed after it and then has to tag up into the late offside. McKinnon will skate it out up the left wing for Desnoyers. He's poked at, and then he takes a big hit up high from Budgel, and that's going to draw some attention. So Desnoyers a little shaken up, and I believe that was the Islanders captain, Brett Budgel, that caught him up high out at neutral ice. Budgel's going to head off to the Charlottetown penalty box here. So first power play of the game is going to go to the Halifax Mooseheads, and it's a head contact call to Brett Budgel.
Brett Budgel doesn't seem too pleased with the call that he got there, and he's going to take a seat for 2 minutes or less. But Halifax had a great power play opportunity here in the first few minutes, especially after that great shift they had.
Charlottetown County after 10. Control. 2 minutes for checking to the head. Time of penalty for quarter.
Yeah, all good. All good. Yeah, the And welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald, Logan Delaney back with you live from the Scotiabank Center. 5.5 minutes gone in this first period. The Mooseheads on a power play. Minute 05 to go. Now Patrick LeBlanc, he makes his way in alone, short-handed, and a big stop by Brady James. He'll make the save. What an opportunity there for the Islanders. Now Jordan Dumais back up ice here for the Mooseheads. He's going to dump this one in. Gooby will hand it off, and the Isles trying to clear it out, but Orr keeps it in at least on the first attempt, and then LeBlanc able to chop that one out. Furlong backing off into his own end. He'll play it up ahead for Catafort. Nice little feed there for Orr, coming in down the right wing on the backhand, and he'll send that one wide of the Islanders' net. Catafort in a battle with Cormier. Puck played back toward the left point. Furlong will dish off for Peters. Throws it on goal, and a stop by Gooby. That'll deflect off of his pad and out to neutral ice. Furlong, quick feed up there for Peters toward the middle for Landon Myron. Driving into the backhand, and he's stopped by Gooby. Another big save right there by the Isles goalie with 12 seconds to go on this Mooseheads power play.
Jacob Gooby getting tested there on the short side a couple times on a couple backhand plays there, but Halifax giving up that breakaway shorthanded. Something you never want to do. That's a tough break. Halifax trying a little too much that power play. Now they're getting settled into it here. Charlottetown's power play doing very well this season. I believe they're almost 94%. Sorry, their penalty kill. So Halifax really wants to find a way to break that down tonight.
The PK for the Isles has been real good, like you said, as LaRue swings that one wide of the Islanders net. Furlong trying to pinch in. And Dumais will keep it alive here, but we've got a penalty coming up. This one is going to go against the Mooseheads with 13:19 to go in the first period. The Isles to the man advantage. When we come back, we'll take a break. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Problem. Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald, Logan Delaney back with the Isles on a power play. Cormier is going to saucer one over to Brabin. It's worked down low, and then a centering effort out front. That was intended for Budgel. That eludes him, and it's going to go the length of the ice. Cormier collecting it, and he's going to generate some speed out through center. Good little rush here as he leaves it for Simoneau. Work down low. Cormier, the backhand chance in front. I believe Brady James getting a piece of that with Brett Budgel driving the net. Now Cormier at the left point. He'll try to fire one on goal. Budgel picks up the loose puck. Takes a look, and he'll leave it for Cormier, the Vegas Golden Knights prospect. And now Beauregard diving. He's trying to knock that one away. And the Mooseheads able to clear that out. A good effort right there.
Yeah, I tell you, Moose Country's loving Zach Beauregard, who spent the previous 3 seasons with the Charlottetown Islanders, but just an excellent penalty killer. All-out effort from him all the time.
Plantowski out at center. He's going to play it back toward the Isles blue line for Patrick Gay, the former Sherbrooke Phoenix. Plantowski leaving it here for Oliver. A chance there. Big stop by James. Plantowski tripping up Wynot back behind the Mooseheads net as Boyd will steer it up top for Trudeau and couldn't quite handle that pass. It gets past him with 35 seconds left in this Islanders power play. Patrick Gay handing off. There's a shot from Oliver, and that'll be smothered by Brady James, who hangs on to it with 11:51 to go in this opening period. 32 seconds left on that penalty. A boarding call to Halifax's Elliot Desnoyers.
Brady James getting his work cut out for him here, trying to kill off this penalty. And I tell you, in my experience in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, I haven't seen a young goaltender that calm, cool, and collected under pressure than Brady James.
Face-off win here for the Islanders. Trudeau is going to dish off to Plantowski. A shot, and reaching up, knocking it away was James. Furlong behind the net. He's roughed up there by Big Ben Boyd. Plantowski toward the line. Trudeau gets the shot off, puck loose. Boyd was reaching for it, couldn't quite get the handle on it as Trudeau. He'll hand off now for Patrick Gay in the right circle. He tries to spin away from Cataford toward the middle. It's Oliver, and Plantowski open over there in the left circle. And he's going to play it around the boards for Patrick Gay. Back down behind the net for Boyd, looking to center it out front. That was blocked, and now McKinnon, he'll hustle up ice. He's going to dump that one down into the Islanders' corner. Desnoyers out of the box, heads after it, and he takes a hit in a vulnerable spot right there. Cataford taking exception to that. Desnoyers roughed up, and I believe that was Patrick Gay throwing the body on him back behind the Charlottetown net. And it looks like the Mooseheads should come away from this with a power play, provided there's no other shenanigans back there.
Patrick Gay just took a hit on Elliot Desnoyers, and that was all numbers, Gareth. And Patrick Gay's not that kind of player. He's not one to make those mistakes often, but he did catch Desnoyers on the numbers.
So the Mooseheads will have a man advantage here. 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Last night in Charlottetown, they went 0 for 3 in that 4-1 loss to the Islanders. So trying to get things going with the man advantage tonight. It was pretty good last weekend. They were pretty solid in the power play against Cape Breton. Moose coming into this game 3 for 12 overall on the power play. Of course, a little bit of help here tonight, Logan, with the return of Elliot Desnoyers and Zach Leroux.
That's right. We see Halifax opting to go with 4 forwards and 1 defenseman on the power play. They seem to be doing this consistently with their first power play unit. It's something we've seen from Halifax this season and a lot last year as well.
Bit of check out there to take the face off, but Butchell able to pull that one back, and it's going to be cleared away here by the Isles as Cam Wynot comes back to scoop it up. Wynot out from behind the Mooseheads net. He'll steer it up the left wing side for Desnoyers up toward the blue line. It's rimmed in. Leroux after it there, takes a bump along the boards. No allow, unable to fire it around the wall. Desnoyers unable to hold it in there as he was covering at the left point. Budgel will move back into his own end and then fire it up ice. That was blocked at the Halifax blue line by Cam Wynot. Dume leaving it now for Wynot as the Mooseheads look to attack. Desnoyers, he'll punch it in down the left wing side. Leroux rink wide. Wynot up top. Takes a look, gets a shot off, and Gooby making the save there. He'll hold on to it with 1:09 left on this Halifax power play. 10-12 to go in this scoreless opening period, and the shots on goal pretty tight so far in this one. Isles with 8, Mooseheads with 9 pucks on net, or 7 pucks toward the Islanders net, pardon me. Kieran Gallant out there to take the draw for Charlottetown, lining up against Matthew Cataford. Cataford going 6th overall in the Q draft back in June. Off the face-off, those two tying up. Cormier will fire it off the boards all the way back down into the Mooseheads end here as we hit the midway point of this opening period. And Furlong trying to turn on the Jets. He'll bust up toward the blue line, then pulls up there, leaves it for Cataford. It will skate back down behind the net of Brady James and leaves it in turn for Furlong. Up ice now. Peters on the left side to Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr trying to shake Trudeau down there. He's able to dish off for Myron. Puck shoveled back toward the left point for Furlong. The left wing now to Orr. Absorbs some contact there from Elliott. And Elliott able to bump or off the puck, and he'll clear that one all the way out. So Moosehead struggling to get set up here on this power play.
Charlottetown's doing a great job on the penalty kill. They're holding that blue line strong. They're giving Halifax nothing to work with at all.
Cataford over along the boards. He takes a hit. Moosehead's trying to keep it in, but again, that puck fired all the way out here by Charlottetown Islanders. That was Ryan Maynard icing the puck here for the Isles. As David LaFrance will take his time back behind the net of Brady James. That penalty to Patrick Gay now over. So back to five-a-side hockey as Logan Crosby after it. He'll get tripped up. Kind of got tangled up there with Ryan Maynard down around the Charlottetown net. Off the boards, puck sent up ahead by Archibald. Maynard up the left wing side now for Michael Horth. Well, Vinicek breaks it up out at center, but kind of lost control of that one. Dylan McKinnon back down into Moosehead's territory. Partners it off for LaFrance. LaFrance bothered there by Horth. And Moosehead's trying to get it in deep, but Gauthier not enough on that one as he sent it off the boards. It was knocked down. Finally, Halifax able to dump it in, and they'll get a line change in. Back behind the Islanders net, it's Aguilera with it, and he's going to be pressured there, hounded by LaRue and Jordan Dumais. They're all over the rookie. Back toward the line, why not? To Schultz's shot, that was blocked. Chance there, Gooby down, reaching out, he'll get the glove on it. What an opportunity for the Mooseheads. Jacob Gooby, a little bit of desperation stuff as he reaches back, and he's able to keep that one out.
Wow, tell you what, I think that was right on the line, and if not, it was only a mere inches away. Tough bounce off that back wall, caught Jacob Gooby by surprise, got the feet a little bit with some traffic. Halifax out doing a great job. I tell you, the home team always knows how the boards work.
Boy, that was earmarked right there for the back of the net. Gooby just getting that glove back to keep that one out. That close, like you said, to a 1-0 hockey game. 7:48 to go. Faceoff will be to Gooby's left. Desnoyers lining up against Xavier Simoneau. And how good has Simoneau been since he was acquired by these Islanders? 7 points already on the season for the former Drummondville Voltigeur captain, as Elliot Desnoyers makes his way back behind the Isles net, pulls up back there in the backhand, trying to work it out front, and kind of bothered as it's played back to the left point now by Wynot over to Schultz. He gets a shot off, and that hit Patrick Gay. Trudeau able to dump that one in. Wynot will hustle after it. No icing on that play as Wynot works it around for Desnoyers up the right wing. Dumais will take a bump. Well, the puck played back to Cormier, winds and fires. Patrick Gay picking it up. Down toward the corner, a little centering attempt out front. That was intercepted by Desnoyers, and he'll work it back beyond the net for Schultz. Up the right wing side for Dumais, but he had Cormier right on top of him. Cormier in possession now for Charlottetown. Dishes off. Simoneau trying to work that one rink wide. Boyd will pick it up down here in the corner. Roughed up down there by his former teammate, Zach Beauregard. Simoneau spinning away from Wynot. What a feed, a shot! And Brady James shutting the door right there. And Lucas Cormier, what an opportunity. Jordan Dumais along the half wall. As it poked away from him by Kieran Gallant. The Islanders right now all over the Mooseheads. No allowing, handing off for Oliver, and he couldn't get the puck past Cam Wynot, who was in that shooting lane. Beauregard, good effort. He'll play it toward the middle for Jordan Dumais. Now Dumais picking off, allowing passes, shot right on, and Jacob Gooby makes the save on that one as Tessier tries to hold the line, pokes it down the boards. Gallant will quickly work it up ice for Cormier, trying to bust past Davis. He'll get knocked over, and now Cataford back the other way for the Mooseheads. For Crosby coming in down the left wing, cuts toward the high slot and just gets knocked off stride by Elliott. Drew Elliott with a goal last night for Charlottetown. He'll take it for a skate up ice. Tessier trying to line him up. Tessier losing an edge, it looked like, as he tried to throw the body there. Puck ends up out at center ice. Budgel in control for Charlottetown. He'll shovel it in. Stephen Davis back to retrieve it here for the Mooseheads. Up the right wing for Peters. Santa Peters. For Stephen Davis. He'll hand off for Peters once again. Up the right wing side for Vinicek. And a shot. And that one will sail wide of the net. Or down toward the corner. Peters going to get a pass past Blandowski. But that was broken up by the Islanders defenseman. Detroit Red Wings prospect. Ryan Maynard up the left wing boards, and that is going to go the length of the ice. So an icing call right there. 4:57 to go in the first period. No score here in Halifax. And we'll take a break. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Less than 5 to play. Face-off in the Islanders set. Jacob Gooby getting set for a draw to his right. Desnoyers will line up against Brett Budgel. And Desnoyers pulling that one back. Furlong will send it off the boards for Leroux. Good feed to LaFrance. A shot. And great pass right there from Zach Leroux as he was looking for LaFrance back door. Leroux holding this one in at least briefly. And now Budgel trying to poke it past LaFrance. So bust down the left wing side, pulls up, trying to fend off LaFrance, who was poking at him. Islanders still in control. Trudeau over for Archibald in the backhand, took a chop at it. That was blocked by Furlong. Now LaFrance up the middle. Dumais, he'll send it off the boards. Was looking for Leroux, but that pass failing to connect right there. Aguilera, he'll turn it over to Dumais. But Dumais has it knocked away by Todd, and now Archibald in transition for Charlottetown. Dishes off, a shot from Horth right on, steered toward the corner by Brady James. Little battle ensues down there. Zach Leroux will work it back down behind the Mooseheads net for Brady Schultz, who will take his time here as Mooseheads look to regroup.
That was a long shift for that Halifax forward line there, and they definitely needed the change, try and regroup and get back to attacking down the Islanders zone. Halifax needs a much-needed boost here to get themselves going.
That was Alex Tessier back of the net, playing it up ahead for Schultz. He'll punch it in. Mooseheads going with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen once again here tonight, just as they have done throughout the regular season so far. Tessier up toward the red line. He'll just launch one in on Gooby. Gooby quickly playing it up for Horth. He'll bump it off the boards. Now Simoneau attacking with speed down the left wing. He was looking toward the middle for Patrick Gay, who was driving, but a good defensive effort there by Davis to take away that chance. Now Tessier, he'll pick up the loose puck. Banks it off the wall, rolls down into the Islanders zone. Lowen scooping it up here for Charlottetown. He's got Dumais on his tail, but he'll get the red line. Desnoyers able to knock it off of his stick. Those two dropping the gloves last night over in Charlottetown as Simoneau makes his way in over to Patrick Gaya's shot, and Brady James fights that off. Up the boards, Leroux tries to roll it past Lowen, who like he was able to knock it down and get a piece of that one. LeBlanc on it here for Charlottetown. Over the red line, dumped in. James out to play it. We'll work it over for Davis. Davis with an outlet feed for Orr. Orr takes a hit out at center from Trudeau, who stepped up on him, and he dumps it in. Didn't have the red line, though, so an icing call here on the Mooseheads with 2:17 to go in the first period.
Halifax really trying to find their way here in this game. Charlottetown, so hard to play against. They're attacking all the time. They're moving all the time, and their compete level's very high. And Halifax, they're getting it out of their own end, Gareth. They're just not able to gain the offensive zone, and that's where the troubles happen. They got to get that puck in deep, as the old cliche goes, and get to work. They got to simplify it and just get that puck in their zone and get to work.
Mooseheads with a few players out of the lineup here tonight. Attilio Biasca and James Swan continuing to recover from their hand injuries. Have yet to play a regular season game. Zach Jones nursing an illness, non-COVID related illness. Always important to point out is Ben Boyd back of the net trying to shake Cam Wynot. There was a pass toward the middle, or intercepting it here for the Mooseheads up toward the red line, trying to dump it in. And Plandowski quickly on it, looking to headman it up ice. Battle down in front of the Mooseheads bench. Puck was knocked back toward Plantowski. He'll find Trudeau. Worked up ahead for Oliver. A shot right on net. And Brady James shutting the door. Now LaFrance and Oliver pushing and shoving back down behind the Mooseheads goal. The officials will come in to try to defuse that situation.
David LaFrance, a 20-year-old overager defenseman from Ontario that Halifax picked up here back in the summer, and trying to get himself acquainted with the Charlottetown Islanders. Forward Sam Oliver exchanging some pleasantries there. Gets the crowd fired up a little bit, though.
Well, this is true, and it looks like we'll have a couple of penalties handed out there. Offsetting minors to Oliver and LaFrance. Roughing penalties right there, I believe, as those two will go sit now for 2 minutes apiece. A lot of time left in this first period. 1:40 to go. Still no score here at the Scotiabank Center. Shots on goal 12-10 in the Islanders' favor. Zach Beauregard, the former Charlottetown Islander, lining up against Brett Budgel. Budgel able to win that faceoff here for Charlottetown. Cormier partnering it off for Noah Lowen at the Islanders' blue line. Ahead for Bravenich, makes his way down the middle. Some dangles right there. So a little bit of open ice right now with some 4-on-4 hockey. And Cormier, great feed there for Lowen. He'll snap it wide of the Mooseheads net. Brett Budgel, Islanders captain on it. Up top, the Cormier center point. Got a shot off. LaRue blocks it. And now Beauregard trying to strip that one away from Bravenich, but wasn't quite able to find a handle on it now as Noah Lowen will take it back down into the Islanders' corner.
4-on-4 is fun. You really get to see the skill and speed of these players come out.
Lowen working that one up ahead there for Budgel as Furlong. Little bump down low, but the Islanders still in control here. Puck on Budgel's stick along the half wall. He's closed on, and the Mooseheads get it back. Furlong with a little bit of open ice here. He'll come in down the left wing, but couldn't quite settle that one down. Patrick Gay and Denoyer tangling up, and Gay tripped up as a result. But he's on that puck, and he'll work it over for Trudeau. Ahead now for Simoneau, turning on the Jets. Down the left wing to Trudeau, has shot it. Looked like James got a little piece of that as it went up and over the net. Vidicek battling down here in the corner. The puck will come out for Wynot. He's tripped up there by Simoneau. Fans want to call, but they're not going to get it as Tessier will pull up, and that'll do it here in the first period. No score after 20 minutes of play. The Mooseheads and Islanders will start the second period off. A little bit of 4-on-4 hockey. Still 20 seconds remaining on those coincidentals to Sam Oliver. The Mooseheads, David LaFrance, shots on goal through 20 minutes, 12-10 in the Islanders' favor. Coming up during our first intermission, we will chat with former Charlottetown Islander, current Halifax Moosehead, Zach Beauregard. Will get his thoughts on his return to Charlottetown. First ever game against the team that drafted him in the 10th round back in 2017. We'll also talk about his expectations for the upcoming year, his final season in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. So we'll take a quick break here live from the Scotiabank Center in downtown Halifax. Mooseheads and Isles still looking for the first goal in this one. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7.
The 2022 Land Rover P360 embodies everything that's unique about the Land Rover brand. Award-winning style, comfort for up to 7 passengers, and off-road capabilities that are truly best in class. Standard features include the 360 horsepower, 6-cylinder engine, 8-speed automatic transmission, twin-speed transfer case, electronic air suspension, adaptive dynamics, heated leather seats, 3D surround camera, blind spot assist, lane keep assist, and much, much more. Whether you're headed out on the town or off to the slopes, the Land Rover Discovery will get you there safely in style, starting from $73,700. Visit their new showroom at the corner of Livingstone and Roby. Land Rover Halifax, above and beyond. Now, from the home of rock and roll Q104, let's welcome to Moose Country, Jillian Foote.
Give it up for number 10, Brandon DeBay. On the ice, number
not so much girls play.
Go back to where you belong.
Go back where we belong? This is where we belong.
Gratitude. It's a word I live by. I'm fortunate enough to be healthy and get to do what I love every day, and that's playing hockey.
Driving down the right wing side toward the net. Payton, the shot, he scores! Liam Payton out of the penalty.
For some people, that is not the case. The Humboldt Broncos bus tragedy really hit home hard for me. I knew a couple of players that were involved in the accident. Their tragic loss inspired me to honor their memory by getting involved with Hockey Gives Blood as a blood donor and registered organ donor. My name is Liam Payton. Join me as I encourage all Canadians to register their intent to donate organ and tissue and to share that decision with their family.
Welcome to the QMJHL 2021 entry draft.
Okay, Dylan McKinnon.
There he is.
Halifax, please make your selection.
The Halifax Mooseheads are pleased to select from the Moncton Flyers, Dylan McKinnon. Looking at our team, where we were headed, what we needed, he fell right into that category of our biggest need. We knew we needed to add another big piece to our defensive core. And, for us here in Nova Scotia, we didn't get an opportunity to see him play last year live, just on video. He's big, he's strong, he skates well, he moves the puck like a pro, he's intense, and he plays with passion. So it was just it was a big piece that we needed.
It's crazy.
And it was probably
so good.
Yeah, and probably more than we could hope for. You're always thinking like, geez, I would just like to get drafted and things like that. And then as the time got closer, you started to realize like, wow, he might have an opportunity to go pretty high here. And then the day came where we're starting to get a sense of where he might go, and we're like, okay, wow, this is
better than we thought.
Better than we thought, and yeah.
Oh yeah, the day of it was very nerve-wracking and exciting. So you're just kind of pacing around the house, kind of thing, and we did go to a restaurant, and there was a bunch of friends and family there. And when I finally heard my name get called by the Mooseheads, the room was ecstatic.
The Halifax Mooseheads are pleased to select from the Moncton Flyers, Dylan McKinnon.
That was all him. Ever since he put on the gear, it was always him. It was always his passion. It was always what he wanted to do. Cause we didn't grow up playing hockey or being a part of that culture, and so it comes from inside him. This is what he's dreamt about. This is what he works for.
That's all I've ever wanted to do, and I've worked hard to get where I am, so just got to keep pushing.
The excitement definitely building for this one. And the first game of the season on home ice, always such a special one as the fans really get an opportunity to welcome the new team to the ice.
Everything about a game day. You wake up and practice is practice, but a game day, everybody's excited. From the moment you get out of bed and you head to the rink for your pregame skate, and you come home for your pregame meal and have a nap, and then come to the rink, and your focus is there from 4 o'clock on. And you're with your teammates, and it's something that you do together, and then you step onto the ice in front of an incredible crowd and a beautiful building. It's a pro field, so it's game day is always something special.
I'm just gonna try and stay as focused as possible. It's gonna be super exciting. All the boys have been talking about it, and it's just already get that feeling in your stomach of butterflies or whatever, and you just gotta stay focused through it.
Knowing him, I think he'll be just super, super excited. I don't think there'll be any anxiety or anything like that, but just to have that realization that he's, even though they've already played a few games, I think that being at Scotiabank Centre in front of a lot of fans. I think he'll just be on cloud nine.
There's a big part of us that play the game for mom and dad. You know, we play the game because we love it and it's who we are, but doing it in front of your home fans, knowing that your parents are in the stands, knowing how proud they are of you, I think it's something very special.
It'll be awesome. They've watched me grow up playing hockey, so for them to finally like see me play at almost the next level, right? It's gonna be very sentimental, I feel like.
Those young guys, you can't even begin to try to believe what they're going through right now. They got to be so fired up for this one. They haven't had a chance to experience this place at full capacity. And this is always a special moment here as they introduce the team. So we'll let Ian Robinson take over things down at ice level.
From Riverview, New Brunswick, number 3, Dylan McKinnon. Fans, your 2021-2022 Halifax Mooseheads.
With Eastlink bundles, you can be the hero your wallet deserves by saving your money each month. Simply bundle services like TV, internet, and mobile, and let the monthly saving begin. Eastlink. Hello Simple.
Free consultations. That means getting answers from a lawyer about your accident claim for free. Find out today if you have a case. Call Presser Law at 1-800-JUSTICE and remember, there is no fee until you get paid.
Welcome to the Q Review, brought to you by Subway. Well, there is no better way to kick things off than with a look at the CHL Top 10 rankings this week that sees many QMJHL teams featured prominently to start the season. Zachary Bolduc and the Quebec Remparts, thanks to their hot start, lead the way for Q teams, coming in at number 2 on the charts. They are closely followed by the Acadie Bathurst Titan at number 3. Both teams won back-to-back games to open their season schedule and have entered the year with lofty expectations. We will get our first look at the Titan here in Halifax on Thursday, November 11th, while the Quebec Rempart will make their trip to Halifax later on in January. Also in the top 10 this week and coming in the 7th position are the Charlottetown Islanders, while the St. John Sea Dogs have slipped to 9th after the Memorial Cup hosts lost their first 2 games. The Shawinigan Cataracts, led by Dallas Stars first-round pick Maverick Bourque, picked up an honorable mention in the CHL Top 10. They'll be here in Halifax next Friday night. Taking a look at the latest QMJHL Team of the Week, meantime, we saw some strong performances up front from Bennett MacArthur of the Titan, along with Val-d'Or's Alexandre Doucette and Justin Robidas, all of whom scored 6 points in their first 2 games. Robidas actually had 4 goals on the weekend to lead the way in that category. On D, the top players were Charlottetown's Noah Lowen and Miguel Torigny of Blainville. And the top goaltender of the week is Victoriaville's Nick Hurtubise. He has played very well for the Tigres so far. There are a few teams celebrating their 25th anniversary season in the league this year, with Quebec, Cape Breton, and Moncton all among them in their silver anniversary seasons, with plenty of interesting things on tap for fans all year long. The Moncton Wildcats actually took a page out of the Mooseheads book with some throwback jerseys for warm-up this past week, and you can see those throughout the season in Wildcat country. Speaking of the Eagles, they have recently named a new goaltending coach, with Scott Guthrow taking over for Charles Grant, who was recently named the goaltending development coach for the NHL's Pittsburgh Penguins. Fans in these parts might remember Guthrow for winning a national title with the Halifax Olens Exports several years ago. For the Q Review, I'm Scott McIntosh.
I am proud to be an instructor with St. John Ambulance for over 30 years.
So I've been an instructor with St. John Ambulance for almost 5 years.
I am truly inspired as an instructor when I hear from my former students that because of their training, they were able to save a life.
Funds generated from the courses go back into your community to support programs like therapy dogs, medical first response units, and other really valuable community services.
St. John Ambulance empowers people with skills and gives those in our community an opportunity to become heroes. Join our team and become a lifelong learner and instructor with St. John Ambulance.
Free consultations. That means getting answers from a lawyer about your accident claim for free. Find out today if you have a case. Call Presler Law at 1-800-JUSTICE. And remember, there's no fee until you get paid.
Opening frame, and Logan looked pretty dialed in here. He's been solid so far.
Yeah, he has, and I tell you, he's been tested too. And I mentioned in the first period, so calm, cool, and collected under pressure, that goalie. Last year we saw it as a 16-year-old playing well beyond his years. I'll tell you one thing about him, Gareth. He's got an excellent hockey career right in front of him.
Face-off action underway here in this second period. Wynot will play it up ahead for LaRue, driving the net, and he gets tripped up there. Went into those end boards heavily. Puck thrown toward the net, and LaRue looking for a little redirection there. He'll have a couple of words with Oscar Plandowski, and again, it was Plandowski and LaRue who got tangled up down around the Islanders net. And again, as I mentioned, Logan, LaRue going in there pretty heavily.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about the intermission. 66, Zachary LaRue. He's going to be buzzing here in the second and third periods. That's a great start to this period for the Halifax Mooseheads. Zachary LaRue wants a goal here in this building tonight.
So still 4 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. As the puck is dropped, the Islanders control off the faceoff. Plandowski trying to get it out, but Orr will poke it away from him. Now Bobby Orr getting a shot off, and Gooby reaches up. Knocked that one away with the glove. Brett Budgel in transition now for the Isles. On the left side of Brabenich. Back to Budgel. He was looking to thread a pass through for Oliver out of the penalty box and never quite made it as Bobby Orr plays it up ahead. Vidicek for Peters. He'll drive in down the right wing and then have the stick lifted by Noah Lowen. Orr hops on the loose puck. He'll play it up top to LaFrance. A shot. Vidicek. Little behind the back pass there. Was trying to bump it over for Peters. Peters will play it up for Furlong. He'll snap a shot wide up the Islanders net. And that'll deflect up and out of play here. So 1 minute down in this second period. And like you said, Logan, pretty good start to this middle frame for the Mooseheads.
Yeah, that's right. They're looking good here in the first minute. 4-on-4 to start things off. Bit of open ice there. Get the speed going. Halifax looking sharp here in this first minute. This is what they want, right? They got it. They're not going to get a lot of opportunities. They got to take what they can get. They're starting to take advantage of it here in the second.
Simoneau and Denoyer lining up down there as Simoneau won the faceoff. LaRue was able to get the puck back for the Mooseheads. Tried to center toward the slot area, but that was picked off. And now Patrick Gay touches the puck inside the Mooseheads blue line. That results in a whistle on the offside call. So another little break in the action here, and a face-off coming up just outside the Mooseheads blue line.
Xavier Simoneau acquired in a trade by the Charlottetown Islanders. What a player. Wow. Some nice to watch.
He has been quite an acquisition here. Overage season. Elliot Denoyer, who's been real good in the face-off circle tonight for the Mooseheads, takes it down, dished off there for Dume. He got a shot right on goal, and that was stopped by Gooby. Denoyer back on it, snaps a shot. It's off his skate, ends up down there in the corner. Furlong pinching in, keeps it alive. LaRue with it now, trying to fend off Simoneau. Bump it back toward that left point. LaFront's able to hold the line for the Mooseheads as Cormier jumps on the loose puck. Banks it off the wall, and that'll roll back down into Mooseheads territory. Retrieved by Furlong. Off the boards and out to neutral ice. LeBlanc knocking it down there at the line and then playing it as it rolled over the blue line. So another offside call to the Islanders. 18:03 remaining here in the second period. No score at the Scotiabank Center. Mooseheads out shooting the Islanders now 13-12.
You really saw the veteran presence of Xavier Simoneau on that play there, forcing Moosehead's young defenseman Jake Furlong to go to his backhand and make that errant pass. That's a guy, it's 20 years old, spent a few years in this league. It really shows out here on the ice.
Puck punched in there by Jared Todd, local product, and that'll roll down toward Brady James, who is going to cover it up. So a face-off down in Mooseheads territory.
Jared Todd and also Islanders forward Sam Archibald both taking the rookie lap here in the warm-up. Famed tradition in hockey. Pretty cool. You can hear some cheers for them in the crowd. Always fun to see when the young guys get the rookie lap in their hometown.
Absolutely. Zach Beauregard lining up against Islanders sophomore forward Sam Oliver, former teammate of his, and there's a big face-off win by Beauregard as the Mooseheads will clear it out to neutral ice, and it's quickly dumped back in by the Islanders. And with that funny little hop off the end boards, Brady James forced to get the glove on top of it and hang on to it. So another draw to his left. Mooseheads will get some fresh legs out here on the ice. And Halifax once again going with 11-7. So Vincent Gauthier and Landon Myron, the 10th and 11th forwards here tonight. They'll take a shift with Zach Beauregard centering them. And Beauregard now will line up against Islanders captain Brett Budgell. Budgell coming into this game with 4 goals on the season through the first 3 games. That ties him for the league lead. Justin Robidas in the mix right there with the Val-d'Or forward. Tyler Peddle as well at Antigonish. He's having a real hot start with the Drummondville Voltigeur. Brady James out of his net to play it. He'll work it up the left wing wall. Knocked down over there by Budgell. It was played onto the stick of Why Not. And the Mooseheads will look to break out of their own zone. Little dash here for Brady Schultz. He'll bank it off the wall down in the Islanders' end and then head after it. Takes a bump from Trudeau as Myron came in to try to support, but Budgell picking it up for the Islanders. He'll turn it over, though. Santa Peters looking for Landon Myron. He'll knock it back down behind that Charlottetown net for Vidicek. Vidicek battling. Trying to drop it off there for Peters. Vidicek. Physical down there in that Charlottetown corner as the puck comes free for Peters. He'll pull up. And a great little feed out front there for Orr. Quick shot, and it's stopped by Gooby, who will hang on to it with 16:27 remaining here in the second period. No score at the Scotiabank Center.
And Halifax just did a great job there. You know what they're doing? They're taking that open ice. They're finding that open spot on the ice because Charlottetown does a great job defensively in their own end. They really don't give you much to work with. But we can start seeing the Halifax forwards here in the second period. They're starting to find those open lanes, starting to find those seams to get those quick shots off from goaltender Jacob Gooby.
Beauregard so good in the face-off circle last year. He'll win one right there. Cataford trying to shovel it over for McKinnon. McKinnon, sharp angle, get a shot off that was off a stick on the way through. Cormier on it now. He'll battle with Dylan McKinnon deep in the action for the Mooseheads. Cormier forced to play it off the end boards for Lowen, ahead for Gallant, and Gallant taking a hit for McKinnon as well. Good shift from the rookie Mooseheads blue liner. Cataford come in there to support, but that puck will roll away from him. Ends up crossing the blue line, and Tessier able to dump it right back in. Lowen on it for Charlottetown for Oliver. He'll hustle up ice. Comes in down the right wing side. Tries to drop off for Ben Boyd. Got tripped up by Beauregard. And LaFront's in possession here for Halifax. For Cataford. Back to LaFront's on the backhand. He scores! David LaFront with his first goal as a Moosehead. Drives the net. He'll slip that one home, and the Mooseheads strike first to the Scotiabank Center. They lead 1-0.
What a great moment for David LaFrance, 20-year-old overager coming here from Ontario this summer and jumps up in the play, gets a neat little pass, and manages to tuck that backhand between the legs of Jacob Gooby to bring the Mooseheads up 1-0 in this building with fans. That is a great moment for David LaFrance.
Overage season for David LaFrance. His rookie season here in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. From Orleans, Ontario. Same hometown as Mooseheads head coach Sylvain Favreau. They've got some history. And like you said, Logan, real special moment for him as this puck comes back toward the left point. For LaFrance, kept it in. Furlong will knock it down over the corner. Denoyer battling here for the Mooseheads. Sends it behind the net. Was looking for LaRue. Skipped away from him. Plantowski will clear this one out. That will roll past Brady James' net. Furlong winning the race back to it. So an icing call here to the Charlottetown Islanders. And the Mooseheads on top here. 1-0 thanks to David LaFrance, his first as a Moosehead. Matthew Cataford and the former Islander Zach Beauregard chipping in the helpers on that one. And a real good start here in the second period, Logan. Mooseheads now out shooting the Islanders 5-0 through the first 5 minutes as that puck rolls in toward Gooby. He's poked at by Denoyer, but he's able to hang on to it.
Well, they always say, strike first, strike early. Well, Halifax couldn't strike early in this game, but they striked first. And against the Charlottetown Islanders, that's something to really hang your hat on, and that takes some momentum away from Charlottetown. And that's what Halifax needs. They want to tilt the ice in their favor, and they're doing that here in this second period.
Elliot Denoyer's been solid in the face-off circle here tonight. He'll win that one. Dume gets a shot off, and it's steered aside there by the netminder, Jacob Gooby. LaRue battling for the Mooseheads. Behind the net with it, trying to work it out front. That was broken up, comes back to the point. Schultz will lob one toward the net. That looked like it hit Denoyer on the way through, and it's going to allow Brett Budgel to pick it up. He'll bank it off the wall now for Brabenich. Cutting in a shot, and he'll whistle that one wide as the Islanders looking for a response here, and a great opportunity. Drew Elliott playing it off the boards. It bounces out for Denoyer, and he tried to spring LaRue, who was streaking. That puck ends up all the way back down in the Charlottetown end, and LaRue kind of pulling up as he tried to hustle after it. Vinicek now ahead for Peters. Some good angles here as he slips it past Aguilera. Shot, and that was right on. Or with the little redirect, it looked like on the way through. Playing it off now for Vinicek. He'll spin and fire, and Gooby gets a piece of it. Davis holds the line at the left point. Sends it back down the boards. Budgel, some physical play right there as the Mooseheads really pouring it on right now up top to Davis at the left point. Behind the net for Senna Peters. Now Orr in possession, kind of lost an edge, and that puck is going to roll out over the blue line. And the Islanders try to work it up ice. Archibald spins. He'll hit Trudeau with it. Down toward the corner, trying to work it out front. Brady James down, makes the stop, and he's going to cover it up here with 13:34 to go in the second period. David LaFrance has his first Q-League goal.
Danielle Clement. A nursing officer, Captain Clement has been an invaluable team member in Canada's fight against COVID-19. In the past year, she deployed to northern Manitoba, where she was responsible for establishing mass vaccination clinics in isolated First Nations communities. When not deployed, she has acted as the primary care services manager at Canadian Forces Health Services Center Atlantic, leading a large team of military and civilian personnel. We will now present Captain Clement with a special military-themed Mooseheads jersey on behalf of the team and you, the fans, to say thanks for her service.
Around Charlottetown's own end right now, like a SWAT team ready to kick in the door, Gareth. And I tell you what, they're looking good. And they have the Charlottetown Islanders on their heels right now. Starting to see a little bit of panic in the Islanders game. starting to get a little frustrated. That's exactly what Halifax wants to be successful.
Mooseheads right now playing some of their best hockey of this early season as Gauthier will shovel it out to center. Lowen backing off into his own end over there for Cormier. He'll work it up the right wing. Horth banking it off the boards back down into Mooseheads territory. Brady James will fire it off the wall, and Landon Myron picking it up here for the Mooseheads. Off the boards to himself down toward the corner. He's got Cormier all over him down there. It's played up the wall. Beauregard knocking it down. He'll take it back down low. Over for Myron. Rimmed up toward the right point for Cam Wynot. Has to pick it up over there on his backhand. Is Landon Myron with a big hit down there. Laying the body on Noah Lowen. Perhaps a little extra emphasis on that one after the big hit Noah Lowen threw last night on Jordan Dumais that drew the attention of Elliot Denoyer. Those two dropping the gloves in the second period over in Charlottetown. Landon Myron will pick it up and he'll fire this one in deep. Cormier bats it down and hands off now for Sam Oliver. Up the boards, Gallant trying to poke it past McKinnon, but a good effort there for the Mooseheads defenseman as he holds the line. Landowski off the boards for Oliver. Out through center ice. He'll come in down the right wing side, and good physical play along the boards from Davis. Cataford on it now. Absorbs some contact from Gallant as the Mooseheads work it out to neutral ice. Islanders quickly right back on it. Ben Boyd will play it in. Boyd after it here for Charlottetown, but has it poked away from him by Cataford. Cataford takes a little bump along the boards from Big Ben Boyd, the Columbus Blue Jackets prospect, Dartmouth native. And now LeBlanc able to get this one back for Charlottetown. Up top to Aguilera, got a shot off. That was blocked on the way through, and Cataford will clear it out. Aguilera didn't play last night for Charlottetown. He'll dish off for Trudeau. Up now for LeBlanc, the right side to Simoneau, rink wide. Patrick Gay with it. He'll put one on net. Stopped by James. Now LeBlanc down low for Gay. Patrick Gay trying to fend off Davis. Up top to Aguilera, and that is going to be easily gloved by Brady James, who will hold on to it with 11:09 left here in the second period. Mooseheads on top, 1-0, thanks to David Lafronte's marker, his first Q-League goal.
Big goal for David Lafrance and the big goal for Halifax, and now Charlottetown was starting to see, trying to tilt that ice back in their favor here. It just had a great shift, a couple little opportunities, so Halifax now is going to have to get themselves back in it and try to keep the Charlottetown Islanders out of their own end.
And off the face-off, that puck was pulled back. LaRue's going to pounce on it down the left wing. A shot, and what a chance there. Gooby reaches over and keeps it out as Dumais driving the net. The Mooseheads looking for more as the Islanders now will attack off ice. Simoneau will get knocked off the puck by Jordan Dumais, and LaRue will whack it out to center. Puck rolls back down to the Islanders' end, and Trudeau will pick it up. Habs prospect ahead for Plantowski. Simoneau punching that one in, got knocked over. We'll just work it back out to center as Trudeau backs off. Dumais ahead now for LaRue. He's got Denoyer driving. LaRue trying to slip that one home, but Jacob Gooby keeps the pad down there as LaRue looked like he was trying to tuck it down on that right side. Brabenich with it for Charlottetown. Great feed up ice for Patrick Gay as he pulls up, waiting for a bit of help. He'll find Simoneau. Tried to get a pass off right there, but Furlong reaches in. Was able to break that up. Brady James out of the Mooseheads net. He'll drop off the puck behind the Halifax cage for Jake Furlong. 9:52 to go in this second period. Mooseheads leading 1-0. Cam Wynot. This pass hits the skate of Zach Beauregard, and the Islanders again force it right back down into Mooseheads territory. Wynot finding it here for the Herd. He'll fire it off the boards. A little bit of a foot race, and out of his net to play it is Jacob Gooby. Cormier for his partner, Noah Lowen. Budgel into support. He'll bank it off the wall up ahead. And he had a couple of Islanders streaking there, but the Moose able to break that up at the Charlottetown blue line, and we get another break in the action. 9:26 to go on that offside call at the Islanders blue line.
We got ourselves a little bit of a hockey game here tonight, don't we? Halifax having one heck of a second period here, really have the Charlottetown Islanders on their heel, and We all know Charlottetown Islanders heavily favored to be the division winner in the Maritimes division this year. Very talented team, but Halifax really putting out an effort here tonight.
Shots on goal in this second period, 9-2 in favor of the Mooseheads. Cataford, he'll swing it up top to McKinnon, gets a shot off. That was blocked by Todd. Now Horth hustling after it. He'll take a bump down there. And he gets it right back for Charlottetown as the Isles look to work it up ice. Horth down toward the Mooseheads corner for himself. Todd trying to help out, but got angled off there by Landon Myron, and Tessier will rip a pass up the right wing for Catafort. Dropped off for Vidicek. Vidicek, he was looking rink wide there for Tessier, but that was blocked by the Charlottetown Islanders. Now Cormier will move it out of the Charlottetown end up toward the Mooseheads blue line. Comes in down the right side. Dangles past Schultz. Great hands. Looks to center it there for Ben Boyd, who was driving the net, but Boyd unable to pick that one up, and Archibald will elevate it and dump it in. Schultz taking his time now behind the net of Brady James. James and Boyd poking at each other. Turnover. Gallant coming in on the backhand, and a good defensive play right there by Stephen Davis as he knocked it away from Kieran Gallant.
Bad turnover by Halifax. That's not the play you want to be making in your own end. Turning it over right in the middle like that. Halifax is going to have to make a little adjustment there to make sure that won't happen anytime soon.
LaRue was able to work it out, but Oliver will punch it right back in. Took a hit along the boards from Davis. Puck comes back toward the point there. Ryan Maynard keeps that one alive, and a big collision between Ben Boyd and Kieran Gallant, the Charlottetown teammates. And Gallant gets the worst of it, but he's right back up and has it stripped away by Stephen Davis. Worked up ahead now for Denoyer. Bouncing puck. LaRue will settle it down. Carries it in. Try to dance his way toward the net, but a little break in the action here. A whistle with 7:29 to go in the second period. It's an offside call at the Islanders' blue line.
I'm going to give you a hot take right now. In my opinion,
bring it on, Logan. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Offside is the most avoidable play in hockey.
Okay.
I want you to process out that one for a second.
I'm listening.
Yeah, and I always say that it's the most avoidable thing to do, and it happens, not a lot, but when you see it, you can always sit there and go, hey, that guy could have pulled back a little bit.
Fair enough. We'll have more of these hot takes coming up during the second intermission, as this puck is flipped down toward Brady James, and he's going to cover that one up with 7:14 to go here in this middle frame. Shots on goal right now, 19-15 in favor of the Mooseheads. Again, it's David LaFrance with the only goal in this contest. Matthew Cataford and Zachary Beauregard with the helpers on that marker for the Mooseheads defenseman. Zach Beauregard lining up now against Xavier Simoneau. Simoneau 4 for 8 in the face-off circle tonight. Zach Beauregard 4 for 8. And make it 5 for 9 for Beauregard with the face-off win right there as Peters plays it ahead for Orr. Had Plandowski closing on him there, or like he could have been off to the races. Aguilera in possession now as he played it up the right wing. Patrick Gay will fire it up the left side for Simoneau. Pulls up inside the Mooseheads blue line down toward the corner. And Patrick Gay kind of tripping up over his former teammate and Zach Beauregard. Simoneau diving at it, keeps that one in. Now LeBlanc able to poke it off the boards to himself, and he'll work it down low for Patrick Gay. Pinned up along the wall back behind the net of Brady James by David LaFrance, the goal scorer. Budgel into Fishett loose, but turned it over to Senna Peters. Moosehead's unable to break out, though. Beauregard will try. Dishes off for Furlong. He'll carry it up toward the red line. Gains it and then just dumps it in as the Mooseheads get some fresh legs out here.
Yeah, much needed too. Got hemmed in a little bit that shift there. You can tell they're starting to get a little bit tired. When you get tired, you start making some mental mistakes. Good change by Halifax.
Good read here by Brady Schultz as he picks that one off and had Denoyer driving the net. He's trying to flip it in toward Gooby. Looking for the stick of Denoyer as the Isles come back the other way. Puck tossed toward the slot area. Cam Wynot knocked it down. Now Vincent Gauthier getting knocked over by Drew Elliott as Budgel. He'll dance his way up ice. Comes in down the right wing toward the high slot. Trying to get a shot off. And that was blocked off a Moosehead shin pad as Myron will poke it out to center. Loose puck there. Denoyer shoveling that one in. It's knocked down by Lucas Cormier. And the New Brunswick native with a little dash now as he dishes off for Drew Elliott a pass. And it's partially blocked as Vidicek will make his way up ice, and he gets tripped up there as Ryan Maynard was all over him. Fans down around the play hoping for a penalty that is not going to come as Drew Elliott dishes off for Horth, and he'll force it back down into the Mooseheads end of things.
One thing we missed last season was the court of public opinion with several thousand in the building. Nice to have that back, isn't
Hearing it back now, absolutely. A lot of fun. Down toward the corner, Archibald. He's got to contend with Tessier. McKinnon trying to come in to help out Tessier there. It's worked loose. Bouncing puck. And that's thrown toward the net. Funny little bounce right there as that came in toward Brady James, who was able to keep it out and cover it up. We'll take a quick break. Mooseheads leading the Islanders 1.
I'm David LaFrance with Santa Peters. This is the Mooseheads Drawing Challenge. Today we're going to draw the Moosehead logo. I don't even know how to start this thing, man.
I gotta start.
Are you going sideways?
I'm just going for it. This is good. This is good. Yeah, I got it.
All right, I got mine ready. Come on. What the hell is that?
That's the
That's supposed to be a moose? I guess I can't really say anything with mine either.
I like mine way better. It's a little bit childish here with like just a big H and then whatever that is.
I don't know if that's supposed to be a moose or if that's just a bad H, so I'd probably give that like a 3 out of 10.
Let me know who you think is better, and that's it for the drawing challenge.
Back, you're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald, Logan Delaney back with you. 4:40 to go in the second period. Mooseheads leading the Islanders 1-0. Face-off coming up in the Halifax end to Brady James right.
Excellent period here for the Halifax Mooseheads in Charlottetown, just trying to find a way to kind of get back in this period, Gareth.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a start. Certainly quite a contrast to what we saw in the opening frame for the Mooseheads. Look for a solution to this Charlottetown defense during that first intermission. And boy, if they come out playing some better hockey here in period number 2, is Ben Boyd roughed up there by Stephen Davis as that puck was directed back down behind the Mooseheads net. Oliver along the boards, kind of pinned up right there with Wynot. Tricky pass for Davis, and ended up kind of losing an edge in front of the Mooseheads net, but that'll be cleared away by Beauregard. Gets that puck out of harm's way. Now Trudeau up toward his own blue line. He'll leave it for Plantowski up the left wing side here for Oliver, and Beauregard will intercept that and strip it away, or rather, I suppose, as the Mooseheads carry it in offside. So a break in the action with 3:46 to go in the second period. Face-off coming up just outside that Islanders blue line, down in front of the Mooseheads bench.
Charlottetown having a little bit more of a veteran team, but Halifax loaded with young talent. And tonight, Gareth, 10 NHL teams have scouts here in the building tonight. Very vindictive of the kind of roster and the young talent that's on the Halifax Mooseheads this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So many impressive players in this Mooseheads team from that 2020 draft. As Gay gets a shot off, and that was kicked aside by Brady James. Islanders looking for a response here late as Lowen will whistle one wide of the Mooseheads net. Loose puck. Cormier keeps it in, and he'll fire that one up and over as Simoneau banks it off the boards now for LeBlanc. He'll shovel it in deep for Patrick Gay. Tied up there by Furlong. He's able to knock it off a stick and play it ahead now for LaRue. Driving in. LaRue will pull up. Works it up top to Furlong. A shot through a sea of legs, and it looked like that one hit Noah Lowen as LeBlanc tries to saucer one ahead for Patrick Gay that was picked off by Tessier. And now Furlong on it for the Mooseheads. Long pass right up the middle of the ice. It was Noah Lowen finding that one for the Islanders. Elliot Denoyer able to work it in deep into Charlottetown territory on the back end, and Lowen will quickly play it out, but it's Tessier with a good read out at center, breaking that one up. Cataford will steer it back down into the Charlottetown end, and Gooby got himself in a little bit of trouble there as that puck slowed down, was caught up in that forbidden area. But the Islanders, his teammates, will bail him out. Now Brabenich down the left wing side, a shot, and that one ends up wide of the net. Landon Myron will pick it up for Cataford. Cataford rolling one down into the Charlottetown zone. Trudeau over for Plandowski. Plandowski with the pass up ahead, and this time it's Brady Schultz' turn to pick one off out at center. Dumped right back in. Brabenich leaving it now for Trudeau as the Mooseheads have to tag up on the delayed offside. The Islanders with a long pass up the right wing. Kieran Gallant couldn't quite settle it down, but he's after it now, battling with Brady Schultz. Knocked down toward the corner for Ben Boyd. Boyd trying to protect that puck along the wall. They'll poke it away from Wynot, but Schultz in to scoop it up, and he'll get that one high and out as Orr after it. Breakaway in the backhand, and he's stopped by Gooby. Oh, a huge save late in this second period from Jacob Gooby. He had Bobby Orr barreling down on him.
And I tell you, when number 88 Bobby Orr drops that thing down a gear, he can really motor. I tell you what, you saw him on that play there, just pulling away from that defenseman. And trying to make that move going backhand. Nice move. Jacob Gooby with the good read on it, shutting it down. But look at that speed. I mean, just pulling away from William Trudeau like that. Bobby Orr, some fun to watch when he hops on his horse and gets moving like that. I tell you what.
Trudeau can really skate as well. So that's just that separation speed that Bobby Orr has when he gets going, and he can really fly, and that was a great little dash from number 88 Bobby Orr. Off this face-off down to the Islanders end. Jordan Dumais on it. He'll play it back of the net for Zach Leroux. Kind of got bumped off the puck, and Cormier able to dish off now for Simoneau. He'll hand off for LeBlanc. A shot, and that is stopped by James as LaFrance comes in to try to clear the front of that Mooseheads net. Has a few words down there with Charlottetown's leading scorer, Xavier Simoneau, comes into this game with 7 points on the season in just 3 games.
Not a bad stat line.
Not bad at all.
Brady James making a great save on that play. Made a good veteran read on that play, too. Patrick LeBlanc shot for a rebound there. Saw Xavier Simoneau coming down the middle. Brady James knew that, able to swallow it up.
Face-off,
a great goalie there.
Face-off win for the Islanders right there. Cormier getting the shot off. Leroux blocking. It looked like his stick broke in the process. As Cormier will fire one wide. James down, and still with it is LeBlanc. He'll work it back up toward the line to Cormier. Cormier lobs one toward the net. James the stop. Denoyer trying to work it away. Cormier another shot, and that ends up wide as Furlong. He'll pick it up here for the Mooseheads, and he'll get that one out as Leroux needs to pick up some fresh lumber over there at the Mooseheads bench. It's a chance now for Elliot Denoyer as LeBlanc and Leroux collided. I'm not sure that the Mooseheads forward saw LeBlanc. Why not? Walking the line with it. Throws it toward the goal, and that one will deflect up and out of play. So a whistle here with 15.2 seconds remaining in this second period. Mooseheads on top, 1-0. Zach Leroux seemed to be a little worse for wear after that collision.
Yeah, that's right. He was slow getting up on that collision there, and he looked like he might be hurting a little bit. I'm just taking a look down the Mooseheads bench here. I don't see a trainer going up to him. He's a tough kid. I think he'll be all right, but you can see the Mooseheads got a little frustrated on that shift there. Had some good breaks, but just couldn't get anything together, closing it out.
So offensive zone face-off here for the Mooseheads. Vidicek will take it. Lines up against Budgel. Vidicek had pulled that one back, but Trudeau was right on top of it, and he'll fire at the length of the ice. So icing call here to Charlottetown. 9.3 seconds remaining. Face-off will once again be back down toward Jacob Gooby's right.
Halifax trying to draw something up here real quick. Want to make a quick play to close out this period. They definitely want to go in the room up by 1. So want to get a good shot off here.
Vidicek again in to take that draw. It was poked past him, and the Islanders able to clear that one out. James out to play it as he had Elliott with a head of steam coming right at him. And that that will do it here after 2 periods of play. The Mooseheads leading the Charlottetown Islanders 1-0. David LaFrance with the lone goal in the game so far, his first Q-League goal, and Logan just right from puck drop there in period 2, just a much better looking Mooseheads team.
Night and day compared to period 1, and clearly had a bit of soul searching there in that first intermission of the dressing room, and they came out flying in that second period. And the most impressive part is they kept that momentum going. They were consistent right through that full 20 minutes. It wasn't just drips and drabs and flashes of brilliance. It was an absolute...
Halifax's #1 radio station for breaking news, traffic, and weather. Only on News 95.7.
The 2022 Land Rover Discovery P360 embodies everything that is unique about the Land Rover brand. Award-winning styling, comfort for up to 7 passengers, and off-road capabilities that are truly best in class. Standard features include the 360 horsepower 6-cylinder engine, 8-speed automatic transmission, twin-speed transfer case, electronic air suspension, adaptive dynamics, heated leather seats, 3D surround camera, blind spot assist, lane keep assist, and much, much more. Whether you're headed out on the town or off to the slopes, the Land Rover Discovery will get you there safely in style, starting from $73,700. Visit their new showroom at the corner of Livingstone and Roby. Land Rover Halifax, above and beyond. Once more from the home of rock and roll Q104, here's Jillian Foote.
in China?
Women's hockey is just boring, okay?
Let's watch girls play.
Go back to where you belong.
Go back where we belong? This is where we belong.
Eastlink rollover data is here. That means your unused data won't expire at the end of each month. It rolls over. How's that for teaching old data new tricks? Keeping your unused data. It's simple stuff. Eastlink. Hello, simple.
The question I'm often asked is, how much does it cost to hire a lawyer? My name is Robert Kimball, and at my law firm, we don't require any money up front, and we only get paid when you get paid. Call us today at 1-800-JUSTICE.
The Halifax Mooseheads.
Halifax Mooseheads.
From the Halifax Mooseheads.
From the Halifax Mooseheads.
From the Halifax Mooseheads.
From Halifax. From Halifax.
Picked from Halifax.
From the Halifax Mooseheads. From Halifax.
From the Halifax Mooseheads.
From Halifax.
John Sebastian Daguerre.
Alex Duncan.
Pascal Leclerc.
Jakob Voracek.
Nathan McKinnon.
Jonathan Drouin. Nikolai Ehlers.
Timo Meyer.
Nico Heischer. Philip Zadina.
Justin Barron.
Zachary LaRue.
You listened to your coach and played like your heroes. But not every game goes your way. From generation to generation, life lessons are passed on. Our moments of understanding and learning connect us. And while some things change, others stay the same. ESSO, 80 years supporting hockey.
Hey, Moose Country! Let's welcome back for the third period of play, your Halifax Mooseheads!
Seven, Gareth McDonald, Logan Delaney back with you live from the Scotiabank Center. And Logan, safe to say here in this final period that the Mooseheads wouldn't mind a start to this frame like they had in period number 2. Because, boy, that, as we said during the intermission, some of the best hockey we've seen from them all year long.
That's right. That's what they're going to need here in this third period. One thing we've all noticed about Jim Holton's Charlottetown Islanders team season after season is they preach good habits and accountability right for a full 60 minutes. This final 20 is going to sure to be a big one here tonight.
Mooseheads controlling off of this face-off. Cam Wynot lobs a pass up the left wing side, and Vinacek unable to get a stick on that one. So an early icing call to the Mooseheads just 12 seconds into period number 3. Face-off back down to the Halifax end. It will be to Brady James left, and James, as usual, he has looked good in this one, Logan.
Yeah, he has. It's such a calm, cool, collected goalie. I think I've mentioned that 5 times tonight, but he is just, he plays so calm under pressure. Such poise, and for a young goaltender, it's a very rare quality to see, and a highly sought after one too.
Like that draw was going to be to the left. It ends up going to the right, and off that face-off, the Mooseheads clear it out, but Peter's kind of forced to play it back in for Cam Wynot. Wynot now taking a look, long pass he was hoping for, but it hits the leg of Bobby Orr and ends up back down behind the Mooseheads net. So tough start here in the early going for the Moose, but they'll try to get it going right now as Orr makes his way. A little saucer feed there, and Peters got a piece of it, but so did Gooby, reaching up, knocked it away with the glove, and now Ben Boyd in transition the other way, trying to dangle past the rookie Dylan McKinnon, but he breaks that one up. Orr will steer it back toward the Charlottetown end. Here in Gallant with it now. Outlet pass up the middle for Brett Budgel. Budgel trying to dance his way toward the net, slips it over there. Brady James takes a big contact from Lucas Cormier, who was coming up and over the top, and he ended up on top of the Mooseheads netminder. And James a little shaken up right there, and we'll see what comes of this. Lucas Cormier looks like could perhaps, or maybe not. I thought he might be into the Islanders penalty box, but doesn't appear that there will be a call on that at all.
No, it doesn't. You can see the referees kind of second guessing themselves a little bit here, but let's take another look at this one here in-house, and I mean, it doesn't look intentional by any means. And
see if Brady James is all right. He's out there with the trainer now, taking a look at him.
Melanie Landry out on the ice here to take a look at Brady James, and he does appear to be okay. Melanie Landry in her first season with the Mooseheads. A little shake up here on the staff side this year. Robin Hunter, who was with the team since 2016, moving on to another opportunity. So Melanie Landry here in Halifax now, was on the staff that won the Memorial Cup with the Acadie Bathurst Titan back in 2018. Face-off win for the Mooseheads. Stephen Davis will send it off the boards. That's bounced out to neutral ice. Now Allowan backs off into his own end and partners it off to Cormier. He'll give it right back to the Halifax overage blue liner ahead for Brett Budgel. He earned an invite to Toronto Maple Leafs camp a few weeks back. Mooseheads in possession now in their own end as Beauregard We'll leave it for Davis. Over for McKinnon. He was looking up the right wing for Catafor, but that was read well by Cormier, who stripped it away. We'll hand off now for Brabenich, pardon me. Back now for Lowen. Got a shot off, punched away by the blocker of Brady James. Puck is loose down behind the Mooseheads net, and Beauregard will steer it off the boards. Crosby trying to force this one out, but a good effort by Lowen to keep it in. Now Budgel with it, gets a shot off, point blank opportunity. Knocked aside by James. Lowen pitching in now on the right wing boards. Kept it alive for the Islanders. Beauregard will try to clear it out. Sends it off the wall to neutralize. Now Crosby ahead for Cataford. Driving in, but Cormier closing on him. Kind of lost possession, and then Cataford taking a big hit down there in the corner as he got roughed up. Elliott back the other way. Lafrance laying the body on him. Simoneau dishes off for Trudeau. A shot, and that goes wide of the net. Now a centering effort there from Cormier. That was knocked down. LeBlanc toward the right point for Drew Elliott, covering back there. He'll back off. Sends it up ahead for Lucas Cormier, who's been very active in the Mooseheads end on this shift. Chance at the side of the net. Couple of whacks in tight there for LeBlanc. James with some saves as Cormier spins it, fires, puts it right on, and a kick stop by Brady James. Furlong will get the red line and dump it in deep. Gooby comes out to play it, works it off for Cormier. He'll spin, sends it up the left wing side. Simoneau got caught up in the legs of Brady Schultz there as he was spun around. Now the Islanders in transition. LeBlanc pulling up, trying to get a pass off. It hits a stick and then skips away from Ryan Maynard. He'll scoop it right back up here for Charlottetown. Forces that one in deep. Brady James out to play it. Rims it up the left wing side for Zach Beauregard. Dropped off for Wynot. Long pass up ice. And now Schultz will lead the attack. Driving the net. Schultz trying to knock it home. And Gooby with a save right there as Schultz. He had an opportunity there on his own rebound. Boyd will dish off. Gallant. He was trying to hit Sam Oliver with the pass, but Landon Myron got a little piece of it. Down to the corner, Gallant. He's got Beauregard on him as Ben Boyd picks it up. He'll rim it up the wall for Plantowski, trying to slip away there from Gauthier. That pass missed its mark, and now it's Beauregard up ice here for the Mooseheads. Got tangled up with Oscar Plantowski. Stick still caught up at Beauregard there as Plantowski looked around at the officials. Now Plantowski takes a feed from Aguilera, and he'll take it for a rush up ice, trying to dangle his way in down the left wing, but Stephen Davis knocks it away, and the Mooseheads get it out to center. Aguilera, he'll shovel that one in, but Brett Budgel hustling after it. Poked at by Tessier. Brabenich poking it back up toward the left point to Cormier, who's logging some big ice time, not surprisingly, in this third period. Behind the net for Elliott. And a centering feed out front. Brabenich driving the net. Quick little pass there from Cormier. That was broken up by Orr, but the Mooseheads can't get it out. Lowen back to Cormier. A shot right on, and James shuts the door as Elliott chops away in front, but no rebounds to be found right there as Brady James continuing his solid play.
I tell you, that was a long break without a whistle, wasn't it? You earned a sip of water, my friend.
I'm going to take a little break here. It's all you.
You earned a sip of water. But one thing I noticed, Charlottetown Islanders, they didn't do it in the second period. They haven't done it in the first few minutes here either. They're not playing with enough urgency, and they really need that. That's part of their repertoire. They got to find a way to get that back if they want to compete here. Now Halifax on the other side, they got to take advantage of that. You know, when the Charlottetown's not playing with urgency, that's when Halifax, they got to jump. They got to pounce on that one.
So face-off coming up here to Brady James right, and that is controlled by the Islanders. Cormier looking toward the top of the right circle for Patrick Gay. Pass didn't quite connect. Lowen trying to keep this one in, and heads up down there. That was high, but it stays in play.
That had some hang time.
It certainly did. As Jordan Dume will drop it off at his own blue line. Smart play there. Elliott Denoyer driving in down the right wing side, and he's hit by Noah Lowen. Lowen with a couple bumps on him as Jordan Dume comes in to help out. Denoyer able to work this one in deep. Great pass out front. A stop by Gooby as he denies LaRue. What an opportunity there for Zachary LaRue in his season debut.
That was a huge save by Jacob Gooby, doing everything he can to keep the Charlottetown Islanders in this game. But what an opportunity by Halifax, too. Wow.
Trudeau back behind the Charlottetown net, trying to elude Zach Beauregard. It's played up the right wing side. Horth lets it go, and now Ben Boyd will force it down toward the Mooseheads corner. Takes a hit down there from Dylan McKinnon, and Boyd wrestling McKinnon to the ice. But good effort there for the Mooseheads rookie defenseman against, and at times physically intimidating Ben Boyd, who never shies away from that physical play. Boyd now back down in his own end. He's able to send it off the boards and out. Horth with a hit on Davis as he dumped it back down into the Charlottetown end. Ryan Maynard in possession. He'll bank it off the wall. That one going the length of the ice, and that will be an icing call here to Charlottetown with 13:27 left in the third. Mooseheads on top 1-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. David LaFrance with the only goal in this game. Vidicek squaring off there against Oliver. The puck was dropped, but the officials will have a little redo. So Vidicek in once again to take the face off for the Mooseheads. Pulls it back for Peters up top. There's a shot from Wynot that hits a body on the way through. Oliver off the boards trying to get it out. Vidicek was on it. Got it tripped up there. He's tangled up with Maynard, and a big hit along the boards as Brady Schultz throwing his weight around.
I tell you, he looks good for 17 years old, doesn't he? He's going to be a big part of this Mooseheads blue line for a couple years to come.
Big hit, and another young guy in Sam Oliver, who has taken some abuse during his young Q League career in this rink. Got hit by Jason Horvath, former Moosehead last year, one of the biggest hits of the season, but Oliver right back up after that one, and he got up pretty quick after that hit from Brady Schultz as well, as that puck is going to be played down the ice, and we have got a penalty coming up here with 12:41 to go in the third period. It's going to be a holding call to William Trudeau, and he's not happy about it right now. Mooseheads to the man advantage.
He got his arm wrapped up there, and I saw that one from up top, and that is a good call and a 2 minutes for hold, but Halifax now with a good power play opportunity here, almost the midway mark of the third. It's going to be a big opportunity for them.
Absolutely. Elliot Desnoyers will come in to take this face-off. Mooseheads 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. They were 0 for 3 against the Islanders last night. Charlottetown penalty kill units, they've been stingy so far. They've only allowed one power play goal this season as Elliot Desnoyers plays it toward the line. Wynot over to Dumais, and now a chance in front for LaRue. And he was denied by Gooby as the Mooseheads worked that puck around pretty quick. Islanders will clear it out. Cam Wynot behind the Mooseheads net. We'll take it for a little skate here as he approaches the red line and then pulls back with Drew Elliott looking on. He's going to force Wynot back down behind the net of Brady James, and Wynot will try again now up the right wing for Vidicek. Vidicek trying to punch that one in, but Elliott reaching in, poked it off of his stick, and Islanders again will get it out. Wynot firing that rink wide. Now it's Elliot Desnoyers' turn to scoop it up. A minute 05 left in this power play, and not a whole lot going on right now for the Mooseheads. Vidicek, he'll fire it off the glass and charge after it. That's going to be sent off the boards and out once again by Noah Lowen as Brady James way out of his net to play this one. Sends it up the left wing side. Knocked down by Peters. Was looking for Orr, but Simoneau reached in, picked off that pass. And now he'll come back the other way. Patrick Gay knocked down by Santa Peters. Time really ticking down now. Just 30 seconds left on this Mooseheads power play. Furlong's going to skate it in. Behind the Charlottetown net. They play it toward the left point for Orr, who's covering. Orr stepping in, a shot right on. Kicked out by Gooby. Peters back toward the net. That was blocked by Maynard. Maynard will take a hit from Myron. Puck kind of frozen up down there in the corner as Peters and Myron trying to fish it loose. And Ryan Maynard getting roughed up. Maynard doing a good job there to kind of keep that puck frozen up along the boards, and that'll kill off the remainder of the Islanders' penalty. Trudeau back on the ice. He'll take a short pass there from Simoneau. Trudeau leaving it for Budgel. Comes in down the right wing. Tries to shake Davis, and now a pass toward the slot. That was off a stick. Plandowski keeps it alive, trying to shake Orr, and his pass will hit a body, and that'll be cleared away by Peters, and the Mooseheads will try to get some fresh legs on the ice here as we approach the midway point of this final period. Cormier back of the net, a centering feed out front. Oliver with a chance, and that's another stop for James. Crosby, he takes a hit open ice from Noah Lowen, who's been real physical for Charlotte down in the back end these past couple of nights, making his presence known as Cormier pulls up to elude Zach Beauregard, his longtime teammate. There's a pass up the left wing for Oliver, dumped in by Charlottetown. Tessier there to retrieve it for the Mooseheads, and he's pressured by Oliver, forces the turnover. Simoneau now toward the blue line, was looking for Lowen. Crosby got a piece of it, and as that one goes all the way back down into the Charlottetown, and that's going to be an icing call here to the Moose as the rookie cleared it the length of the ice.
Halifax doing a great job here this third period as well. They're not giving the Islanders very many opportunities, and Halifax trying to create their own. Now that power play there, not much happening there for Halifax, but they didn't allow any scoring opportunities against two, so they come out of that one clean. So we got a little less than 10 minutes here. Halifax is going to want to get another one before this period's out.
And it looks like they're going to move this face-off to center, and that was kind of been a bit of a blind spot for me, but it did look like that pass was coming back to the point, and Crosby just kind of got a little piece of it, so call it back. Simoneau getting a shot off as he fired one right off the blocker at James, and now Dumais will roll it out for the Mooseheads. No doubt about that one, though. That is an icing call of the herd, and this draw will come back down into Mooseheads territory. 9:13 left on the clock here in this third period. Quick look around the queue at some of the games that are of interest in the Maritimes division. Time ticking down between the Sea Dogs and Acadie Bathurst Titan. And Memorial Cup host Sea Dogs down 3-2 right now in the third period as Cormier gets a shot off. They drop this one tonight. It'll be 0-4 to start the year as Cormier trying to get a shot off. Little redirect in front. A chance for Brabenich trying to corral that one. Lowen will keep it in. Down for Jakub Brabenich. He had a short pass for Brett Budgel, but all kinds of commotion down around the net of Brady James as Drew Elliott and Cam Wynot were battling in front. And we get a whistle, and it looks like Drew Elliott is going to head to the penalty box, and he might be the only one.
Yeah, take a look here. I thought they were going to call Cam Wynot for that as well, but I guess not. So Halifax going to get a power play opportunity here, and taking a look at it. Oh, okay, I can see it. Drew Elliott giving Cam Wynot an extra little shot while he was down on the ice, which typically is good for 2 minutes in any league. So if all plays out here, Halifax is going to get a power play opportunity.
Power play, though, so far tonight has struggled a bit, but now we've got Zach LaRue making his way off to the penalty box, and I'm not sure that I caught that.
I'm wondering if Brady James got called for one of LaRue serving it. I might be grasping at straws here.
Well, we'll see if we can get
4-on-4 hockey, though.
Yeah, James did have the little shove, but I'm not sure there was enough on that to warrant the call. It's off the draw. Simoneau He'll have that one stripped away by Vidicek. He was looking for Orr. Cormier picked it off, and there's his shot from Lowen that was blocked. Vidicek with it. He'll wind up. Some 4-on-4 hockey. 8:38 to go. Vidicek punches it in, leaves it for Orr. He's got Vidicek driving toward the net, but Cormier picks off that pass. Now Simoneau, rink wide to Cormier. Blocked the shot. They score. Cormier following up as that popped right back out to him. Gets it off quick. And he'll beat Brady James as the Charlottetown Islanders have tied it up here in the third.
And I was just thinking when this 4-on-4 started, the Charlottetown Islanders love 4-on-4 hockey. They have the player personnel to do it. These guys can open the ice right up, take advantage of the speed, and we really saw it on that play and that shift. Lucas Cormier loves 4-on-4 hockey, and he's able to create that play, end up getting that goal, huge goal to tie it up here at 1 late in the third.
Second of the season for the Vegas Golden Knights prospect. He struck last night for Charlottetown in the second period, redirected. Nice little pass attempt from Xavier Simoneau. A little deflection, little chip in tight to beat Mathis Rousseau yesterday evening over on the island. And Lucas Cormier with another one. He racked up some points last year. Blue Line are putting up 16 goals and 54 points in just 39 games for Charlottetown. And a little bit of discussion down here right now at the timekeeper's box. Still a minute 27 left in those coincidental penalties.
Now, every goal is actually reviewed. Oftentimes you don't see it because it's a legitimate goal and it just play moves on. But this is actually being looked at for what it looks like is offside.
The player is looking up right now. It's William Trudeau. Actually, everybody on the ice right now taking a peek up top at this as they show a replay on the Jumbotron. And some cheers coming up right now as the fans, I'm not sure they're buying it. They think this one should be coming back.
So look at this one here. It does look like this is going to be
close. It's close there at the line. So if it stands, it's Lucas Cormier from Xavier Simoneau. And again, those that duo, they connected last night over in Charlottetown. And the officials here playing the waiting game right now as they wait for the call up top. Josh DeYoung and Josh McCormick, the referees tonight. Alex Cameron and Kevin Fisher, the linesman. Kevin Fisher over there chatting with the folks up top that are reviewing that one. And they're taking a pretty solid look at it right now.
Another one of these unnecessarily long goal reviews of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. I tell you, these things take forever. But as I was saying earlier, every goal is actually reviewed. A lot of people don't realize that. So it's kind of interesting to see, and that's why we kind of go to these reviews pretty quickly. But yeah, they caught that one on the offside. I don't believe it was a coach's challenge. I think that was caught on the review kind of organically, but this one's taken a while. And from what we can see here in the building, this is a tough one to call. I don't know. What do you think?
I'd like another look at it.
Yeah.
I'd like another look at it. We'll see if perhaps it'll get queued up, but yeah, it's a little awkward, right? That's a tough one at the line. You got the player, I'm trying to remember, was it Simoneau at the blue line there, is kind of pulling up, coming in skates first, kind of dragging that leg. I mean, it's tough.
The argument here is, so for everyone listening, he grabs the puck and he hits the blue line with like his backside of his body first before the puck. Now, by the rule, you're supposed to be in possession and control of the puck. However, if you were to look, it's a tough one because the body actually does go over the blue line before the puck does. In theory, however, one can argue, does he have possession of it or not? These are tough, and it's splitting hairs at this point.
It's a philosophical debate, Logan.
Right, it is.
Yeah, this is tough, and again, they have been taking quite a look at it. And, I mean, it is how you described it right there. That is the confusion on this one.
Does he have control and possession of that puck? That's I think the argument one would make about that. Because that is the rule.
Yeah, I mean, that is like, look at that right there. Like that, I think this one could stand. That's pretty tight. Like that, you can see that skate. I mean, it looks like it's on his stick. It looks like it's still on the blue line there. He's still, you got the skate on the blue line as well.
There's a fair argument to be made for either side of it, which is a rare thing to say about these offside calls. You can see it going either way, and there's justifiable reason. I feel like a lawyer right now.
It's very diplomatic of you.
Should
Absolutely.
be in court. It's Law and Order. I was watching it this week, right?
Right. Long time, successful show, and there's good reason for that, Logan. And there's good reason that this has taken, what is it now? This is about 5 minutes? 5-minute review? I'm not sure. It has been quite some time.
Mooseheads in-house DJ Johnny Siteman's going to be running out of songs to play here shortly if this goes any longer.
That's never a concern. DJ Johnny Siteman is always rocking the house here at the Scotiabank Center. Lucas Cormier here looking on. Again, put up that unbelievable season last year. We talked about some of the stats, and it was such a weird year. Obviously, the Mooseheads and Islanders facing each other, a Q record 19 times. And of course, the Islanders got several cracks as well at the Cape Breton Eagles last season. The Eagles kind of in that first year of a rebuild, and that certainly benefited some of the veterans on that Charlottetown team, because Lucas Cormier, Thomas Casey, Cedric Desrousseaux, and Brett Budgel, man, did they rack up some offense last year. And Cormier looking on there, wondering if he's got his second of the season. He has got some weapons to play with on the Charlottetown side this season.
Yeah, he does. Very talented defenseman, too. I'm sure he'll have an excellent professional hockey.
Well, unreal. After all that one called off. So they got a good look at it. Jim Holton is going to need an explanation down here at the Charlottetown bench. Not going to be happy about it, but certainly the fans here at the Scotiabank Center, they're pretty fired up. The big cheer goes up. That is coming back. So the Mooseheads remain on top in this one. 1-0. David LaFrance with the only legal goal so far in this game as we get set for a face-off just outside the Mooseheads blue line. It looks like this should be Elliot Desnoyers and Brett Budgel squaring off.
Still at 4-4 here. I'm telling you, I think a goal's coming out of this 4-4. Don't know for who, but I think one's going to happen.
Well, both teams with some weapons on the ice, to be sure. It's Dume and Desnoyers up front for the Mooseheads. As Furlong was able to guide it up ahead for Desnoyers, try to dump it in, but Trudeau knocking it down. He'll hand off for Plantowski. Up now for Bravenich, and there was a pass, hits a skate, and Desnoyers trying to corral it out here at center. He'll look to punch it in. Got held up by Trudeau, and Plantowski able to work it up there for his defense partner, and he'll slip past LaFrance. Trudeau kind of jammed on the brakes there, was looking to flip it back toward the blue line, but it cuts through Bravenich and Plantowski as the Halifax native Oscar Plantowski sends it back into the Mooseheads, and a little pass off the end boards. Funny hop, and Budgel will pick it up. But had it stripped away by Schultz, and now it's played ahead for Peters. A shot. What a release right there from Santa Peters as that was knocked away, and now Bravenich in transition. He'll look for Cormier. That doesn't quite connect, and now that puck just kind of fired away by Beauregard out to center as Cormier will get it right back in. Works it up top toward the center point for Lowen to reach for it, and couldn't quite find a stick on it. Now we'll dish off for Cormier. A shot, and that is gloved by Brady James. He's going to hang on to it here. 7 seconds left on those minors. I will say, You were correct. Brady James did pick up a roughing penalty on that, so that is what Zach LaRue is currently serving in the Mooseheads penalty box, and 7 seconds left on those offsetting minors.
Which negated the Mooseheads power play on that play. I'm sure Brady James would love to have that back, but looks like this 4-4 winding out here. My prediction not coming true. Big turning point here, having that goal call back. That's a big turning point.
Cormier looking to get it back for the Islanders as he sends that back into the Mooseheads. And little turnover down there. Boyd trying to work it out. James is down. A spread eagle there as he tries to get his back up against the post and take away that lower portion of the net over on his right side. And the puck caught up underneath him, freezes it, and going to whistle with 6:46 to go in the third.
Big Ben Boyd down there showing his love and affection for David LaFrance. Those two getting acquainted, getting to know each other.
Yeah, Ben Boyd, quite a story. 5th round pick of Charlottetown back in 2019. Ended up getting drafted in the 6th round, 165th overall by the Columbus Blue Jackets back in July. Certainly an old school player. There are not a whole lot of Ben Boyds in junior hockey anymore. A throwback of sorts as Brady James gets set for a draw to his right. Vidicek will take it. He's terrific in the face-off circle. Once again, 10 for 14 tonight, but off the draw, it's the Islanders controlling as it was rimmed around the boards. Now Boyd down in the corner. Got knocked over. Gallant will try to direct it toward the net. Oliver battling over there as he roughed up Davis, but couldn't quite find a handle on it. Now it's played down the boards, and Cormier picking off an errant pass. There's a shot from Gallant. It's kicked aside by Brady James as he kicks out that right pad. A huge save right there. Tessier will flip this puck all the way back down into the Islanders' end. It's knocked away by Gooby and Cataford holding it in for the Mooseheads. Warren unable to do much with that. Played out to center. And the Islanders will dump it in. Schultz will shovel it around the boards for Cataford. Kind of lost that one, but he recovers. Bumps it up ahead there for Crosby. Beauregard plays it off the wall to himself. Crosby coming in to help out. And now Cataford takes a bump. Moosehead still on it. Beauregard spins, puts it on. It's gloved by Gooby. 5:34 to go in the third. Moosehead's leading 1-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7.
With seasoned chicken breast, a crispy golden brown coating that's freshly prepared just for you, we call it the complete package. Subway, eat fresh.
.95.7. Gareth McDonald, Logan Delaney back with you live from downtown Halifax. 5:34 to go here at the Scotiabank Center. Mooseheads up 1-0 in this game. David LaFrance with the only goal of the contest so far. First of his Q League career as Mooseheads win the face-off. Bouncing puck. Brabenich will settle it down. Now plays it up ahead to the speedy Drew Elliott, trying to make his way past Schultz, who reaches in with the stick to poke that one. Now Denoyer ahead for Dumais. Denoyer able to sweep it up now for LaRue. LaRue dropped off for Denoyer on the backhand. He tries to work it out front. That was intercepted by Brabenich, and the Islanders will take it back up ice as Plantowski just bounces one down toward Brady James. He'll leave it for Furlong. Furlong up the right wing for Dumais. He'll fire it in. Lowen back to collect. Rimmed around for LeBlanc. LeBlanc trying to shake the check of Desnoyers as Orr comes over there to help out. He got hauled down. LaFrance reaching in, kept it alive for the Mooseheads. Now the Isles able to get it out to center. LaFrance back in his own end. Kind of got tripped up there. That allows Simoneau to pick it up and try to center toward the slot, but the pass doesn't connect. Mooseheads in transition. Orr drives in down the right side, gets past Cormier, but ends up getting tripped up. Goes to the ice. Played back toward the left point for LaFrance. For St. Peter's now. Down toward the corner. Orr lets it go. Vidicek will swoop down. Scooped up. Back to the right point for Furlong. A redirect from Orr, and that's sent wide of the net. Peters for Vidicek. Broken up there by Cormier, and the Isles get it out to center. Furlong off the boards, back down into the Charlottetown end. It's Lowen on it here for the Isles. As Trudeau will take it for a skate, drops it off. Boyd back to Trudeau, attacking the net. Doesn't quite get what he wanted on that opportunity. Is taking a big hit and getting knocked over was Dylan McKinnon. Now a chance along the goal line. That was thrown toward the goal by Oliver. Back to Bladowski, and that's blocked by Myron.
Halifax playing well. Want to give Brady James the win here tonight. He's earned it, and his boys are playing hard in front of him to keep it.
Kieran Gallant behind the Mooseheads net. Back to Bladowski, and he kind of fanned on that one as it ends up wide. Oliver looking to work it out front. That was off the stick of Davis, and Davis able to get it out for the Mooseheads. He'll flip it high. And not enough. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The fans will not like that. There was a bit of a premature whistle, to be sure, on that one. And we'll see if there's a discussion about going to center. And I don't think there is. But, yeah, that was a close one at the line, to be sure. And I'm not quite sure when that whistle went that bucket entirely crossed the goal line.
That was quick on the draw, that whistle. That was quick on the draw, I must say.
So we'll face off now to Brady James, right? Hey, we're all human. We get it, Logan. All human here is Lucas Cormier. Logan Delaney off the face-off, shoveling one. Cross ice for Noah Lowen. He'll send it off the end boards, and Beauregard works it around the wall. Vidicek had that one taken away by Cormier. And now it's Myron able to strip it away from Cormier. Now a chance for Vidicek. Is kind of losing control of it was Elliott. Now Peters, he'll put a shot right on it. Chance, they score! Bobby Orr all over that rebound. And he'll strike for the Mooseheads. A 2-0 hockey game late in the third period. A huge goal for Bobby Orr.
The Charlottetown Islanders stunned right now at what's occurring in this game, and that was an absolute textbook rebound play. St. Peter's head up, far wall, fires it low and hard on net. Jacob Gooby kicks it out the leg, huge rebound right to the stick of Bobby Orr, who just pumps that in the empty net. That was a textbook rebound goal and a beautiful thing to see.
15 goals last season for Orr. He's got his first of the year. And he's got his team up by a pair. 2:29 to go. Face-off won by the Islanders. Aguilera will dump that one in out of his net to play it. It's Brady James. And that'll be cleared out by Wynot. Knocked down by Maynard. Sends it off the boards back down. Gooby wanted to come out there. He'll have to head back to his net. Fourth in a little battle with Orr. Aguilera on it for Charlottetown. Sends it up ahead. That'll be dumped in by Archibald. And out to play it is James Leroux. Shovels it out to neutralize. Simoneau will quickly play it up the left wing now for Trudeau. Played down toward the corner. Gay on it. Threw it through the slot. Trudeau deep in the action now. That net empty. Extra attacker on the ice here for the Islanders. Gooby on the bench, eyeing the empty net, and that one sent just wide.
Just grazing the post on that one. Almost found its way, but Charlottetown, the goalie, pulled there. And I'll tell you one thing, coaches like this early in the season. Gives them a chance to work on a 6-on-5. You don't have those opportunities a lot. You might practice it, but it's good to get it in these games early.
for both sides, defending team and the attacking team, to kind of get this practice in.
Looks like Jim Holton is going to use his timeout right here.
30-second timeout, showtime.
A chance for the Islanders to try to draw something up, and plenty of offensive threats on the ice right now for Charlottetown. Budgel, Simoneau, Lowen, Cormier, of course. Ben Boyd might be out there as well, if I'm seeing correctly. Patrick LeBlanc. Correct myself, Boyd not out here. Patrick A on the ice. LeBlanc's going to head off. Mooseheads countering with Elliot Desnoyers up front. Zach Leroux there. Zach Beauregard as well. So a couple of face-off options here. Zach Beauregard will come in to take the draw. It's to Brady James right. A minute 34 left on the clock. Mooseheads with goals tonight for Bobby Orr and David LaFrance. They'll win the face-off. Why not? Hard around the boards. Chopped that by Leroux. Desnoyers looking at the empty net, and that will miss by just a couple of inches right there as he was eyeing that empty cage.
A lot of coaches have a different feeling on that. You've got the goalies pulled in an opposing end, and you're defending, and you try to shoot to score, but you take the risk of an icing. You can't make a change, face off in your own end. A lot of coaches have different philosophies on it. They encourage their players to go for it. Some of them tell them to hold back. Kind of interesting to see sometimes how different teams approach it.
Up by a couple, I say go for it.
I agree.
And Elliot Desnoyers feeling the same way right there, but the Isles will control off the face-off. Lowen for Cormier. He'll get a shot off. That was blocked by LaFrance. Now Brabenich behind the net for Simoneau. Why not? In trying to freeze that one up after Beauregard was able to work it loose. It comes back toward the right point. Cormier with a shot blocked there by Leroux. And now LaFrance, he'll bank it off the boards, but not out. Just a minute to go here. Again, the net empty. Cormier will just lob one in toward James, who makes the save and hangs on to it. Down to 53.3 seconds remaining in this third period. The Mooseheads up 2-0. And we've got a penalty coming up here to Xavier Simoneau. He's going to head off to the box. And the Mooseheads onto a power play, and that's going to force Jacob Gooby, obviously, back between the pipes for the Isles.
And I totally missed what that penalty was for. Did you catch a look at that? I did not see what that was for. Cross-check in front of the net. Guilty as charged, as one would say.
The good crew here at Silver Vision had us covered on that one. So Simoneau in the penalty box right now, as the Isles will force that one back down to the Mooseheads end here as Leroux. He'll skate it up ice, gets the red line, dumps it in. Gooby out to play it. It's fired up the boards. Now Trudeau able to guide that one out to neutral ice. Desnoyers cross ice for Leroux. Right down the middle. Dropped off for Dumais. And now Leroux looking in front for Elliot Desnoyers right on the goal line there. But knocked away and sent all the way back down into the Mooseheads end. And the cheers go up here at the Scotiabank Center. That will do it. 2-0 the final. The Charlottetown Islanders suffering their first blemish. The Halifax Mooseheads with their first win of the season on home ice. And Brady James with the 32 save shutout for the Herd.
I tell you what, the last time Brady James had a shutout was October 21st, 2018, when he was playing for the Lac St. Louis Lions. That was a 4-0 win for him. Incredible to think. But what a performance by Brady James. What a performance by the Halifax Mooseheads. We were treated to one heck of a hockey game here tonight. Halifax taking this 2-0 win over the powerhouse Charlottetown Islanders. This was a good one.
was a lot of fun. Brady James with the first shutout of his Quebec Major Junior Hockey League career. The Mooseheads taking it 2-0, picking up their second win of the season. You're right, Logan. Just a lot of fun here tonight at the Scotiabank Center.